हेलो बच्चों, ऑलरेडी हमने स्टार्ट कर लिया है ट्रांजिशन एंड इंटर ट्रांजिशन एलिमेंट्स टॉपिक। उसमें 1 मार्क के क्वेश्चन तो कंप्लीट कर लिए। सो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद द 2 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन। सो इन दैट क्वेश्चन इज what are the causes of lanthanide contraction? Firstly, we should know that what is mean by that lanthanide contraction. Lanthanide contraction occurs in the lanthanides. When atomic number increases, atomic and ionic radii decreases steadily, and that is nothing but the lanthanide contraction. What is that? See, in lanthanides, with the increase in atomic number, there is a steady decrease in atomic and ionic radii is called as a lanthanide contraction. If we consider that lanthanide contraction, what is the reason behind that, or what are the causes of that lanthanide contraction? In lanthanides, electrons are filled in the 4f, 6s and 5d orbitals. If we consider the electrons, when we are filling with the increasing atomic number, at that time electrons are filled in the same subshell, and that same subshell is the 4f. So if we consider in a lanthanide series, when electrons are added, at that time there is a addition of electron is also there, but at the same time there is a increase in nuclear charge is also by 1 unit. So we can say that in a lanthanide series, nuclear charge increases by 1 unit and 1 electron is also added. So as we know that when new electron is added into the same 4f subshell, the 4f electron shields each other poorly than the nuclear charge of this 4f electron due to its diffused nature. क्या बोला मैंने? देखो, अगर हम कंसिडर करते हैं when we are adding that new electron, as the atomic number increases, electron also increases. So when we are filling that electron, that enters into the 4f. And if we consider the shielding effect of the 4f orbital is poor than the 5d orbitals. So because of that only we can say that lanthanide contraction is there, and we can say that as the atomic number increases, nuclear charge increases, and effective nuclear charge by 4f electrons also increases, and because of all that reasons only we can say that these 4f orbitals contracts at each successive elements, means as the atomic number increases they contracts, and that's why that lanthanide contraction is observed. Next question is, explain the terms cast iron and wrought iron with their uses. Means यहाँ पे हमें लिखना है some points for the cast iron and wrought iron as well as their uses also. If we consider this cast irons are hard as well as they are brittle one. But if we consider wrought irons are the soft one. Next one, if we consider wrought iron contains less than 0.2% of carbon, while cast iron contains 4% of carbon. Means if we compare the purity, then wrought iron is the purest form of the iron, but that cast iron is not the purest form of the iron. Next point is that is the uses. If we consider the uses of the cast iron, these cast irons are used for making pipes, pots as well as utensils and pans also. And if we consider the uses of the wrought irons, we can say that they are used for making the corrosion resistance pipes, nuts, bolts, as well as they are used in the manufacturing of the special chains as well as in the manufacturing of the crane hooks also. So this is the answer for the 2 marks. Now we'll discuss the next question. That next question is, manganese in +2 oxidation state is more stable than the +3, whereas iron is more stable in the +3 oxidation state than the +3. Explain why. Here just we have to tell them reason with the explanation. For this question, if we consider answer, which elements they have given? They have given for the Mn, and second one is the iron, that is symbol is Fe. In that Mn2 plus and Mn3 plus, these two cases we have to consider for this Mn, and for Fe it is Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus. Now if we consider Mn, its atomic number is 25, and if we consider Fe, its atomic number is 26. Manganese, its electronic configuration is Here we will write the general electronic configuration, and according to, for that one ions we will take the directly. So argon 4s2 3d5. Here 4 argon 4s2 3d6. This is the electronic configuration for manganese and Fe. Now if we consider for the ions, और एक चीज अगर आपको पता नहीं है for ions how to write the electronic configuration, for that purpose link will be provided here, just you have to check that video also, so it will be easy to understand. So Mn2 plus, its electronic configuration will be argon 4s0 3d5. According to that I will write here 4s0 3d5. For S, as we know that only one box should be drawn because it having only one orbital. For D, we are drawing always 5 boxes as well as they contain 5 orbitals. For Mn3 plus, it will be 4s0 3d4. Again, one box here, that will be 5 boxes. So here we have completed the part for the Mn. Now remaining part is filling of the electron. 4s 0 electron, so no need to fill up. D 5 is there, so each one carry 1 electron. Here 4s 0 3d 4, so 1 2 3 4. Each box will carry 1 electron. Now see for this one, Fe2 plus means it will be argon 4s0 3d6 will be there. S only one box. For D 5 boxes will be there. No one electron, D6 electrons. So firstly each one will carry single electron. So 5 completed, 6th one will enter in the first orbital. Fe3 plus, it will be again 4s0 3d, here 3d 5 will be there. So one box, here again 5 boxes will be there. So 1 2 3 4 5, each box will carry 1 electron. So as we have drawn that electronic configuration, what we can observe, one important thing is that if any orbital is completely filled or completely half filled, it is more stable. According to that concept, if we consider this one, in case of Mn2 plus, each orbital of this 3d subshell carries 5 electrons, and here it is 4. Means Mn2 plus having the completely half filled 3d orbital. That's why Mn2 plus is more stable than the Mn3 plus. While in case of Fe2 plus, 3d orbital carries 6 electrons, means it is more than completely half filled, but it is not completely filled also. Fe3 plus, it is completely half filled. So because of that completely half filled orbital, these ions means Mn2 plus and Fe3 plus are more stable in their oxidation state. So these 2 points we have to add. What are these points? Once again I will repeat. See, if 3d orbital is completely filled or completely half filled, it gets more stability. So if we compare that Mn2 plus Mn3 plus oxidation state for the Mn, then Mn2 plus and for the Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus orbitals contains completely half filled 3d orbitals. So they are more stable in their +2 and +3 oxidation state respectively. So this is the answer we have completed for the 2 marks. Now what is the next question? Next question is distinguish between lanthanoids and actinoids. So these are very easy points. So if we consider 2 marks question is there, means we have to write only 4 points, but be ready with the 6 points. If the 3 marks question will be there, then we should be able to write 6 points. That's why we will discuss here also 6 points. So what are the difference points? See, first one, if we consider lanthanides and actinides, valence electron enters into the 4f shell in case of the lanthanides. What about the actinoids? In case of actinoids, valence electron enters into the 5f subshell. Next point, if we consider their position of the lanthanoids, they are present in the 6th period, while actinoids are present in the 7th period. So we have discussed about this one. Next point, if we consider these lanthanoids are non-radioactive. Exceptional case is there, and that is the promethium, while all the actinoids are radioactive. Third point we have completed. Fourth one, if we consider the lanthanoids they are, means most of the lanthanides are colorless, while most of the actinides are colored one. Nextly, if we consider next point, binding energy. Binding energy of the 4f orbitals is higher, while the binding energy of 5f orbital is lower, or we can say that it is less. Lanthanoids, they have less tendency to form the complexes, but actinoids have the greater tendency to form the complexes. Last point, if we consider, the lanthanoid shows the maximum oxidation state, that is the +4, but actinoid shows variable oxidation state, that is the +3, +4, +5, +6 as well as +7 oxidation state also. Another one point we can add, that is related to the lanthanoid contraction and actinoid contraction. Lanthanoid contraction is less as compared to actinoid contraction, means lanthanoid contraction is less while actinoid contraction is more. So these are the points which we have to write for the 2 or 3 marks based on the question. Now what is the next question? Next question, give electronic configuration of europium and gadolinium. One plus point is there, they have given here atomic number. If atomic number is there, then hope so everyone will be able to write the electronic configuration. Now chalo फिर start करते हैं electronic configuration. First one is europium. Its atomic number is 63. For that one, that inert gas we have to take, that is the xenon. 6s2 4f7. This is the electronic configuration of europium. Next one is gadolinium. Its atomic number is 64 and its electronic configuration will be xenon 6s2 5d1 4f7. Your question will be, if we are writing 4f first and 6s later, then is it correct or not? Yes, that is also correct one. So you can write that 4f first or 6s first. Both way are correct one. So here we have completed 2 mark question. Next one is that salt of scandium 3 plus and titanium 4 plus are colorless. Explain why. Just we have to write the reason, but before that one, firstly we will write the point. What is that? Scandium. Scandium, its atomic number is 21. Its electronic configuration is argon 4s2 3d1. So this is the electronic configuration for the scandium. What will be the electronic configuration for this titanium? Its atomic number is 22 and its electronic configuration is argon 4s2 3d2. So here we have completed its electronic configuration. Now we are going to write its ion electronic configuration for the ion, that is for the scandium 3 plus and titanium 4 plus. So according to that, it will be argon 4s0 3d0. Here argon 4s0 3d0. So this is the electronic configuration of their ions. Now why they are colorless, that is the point, because it is related to its electronic configuration. That's why it is very important to include that electronic configuration. It is very important to note that point, and that point is that if d orbitals have d0 and d10 electronic configuration, then they are colorless. Why? Because for the color purpose there are the 4 reasons. What are these 4 reasons? There should be the presence of unpaired electron. Second one, DD transition should be there. Third reason, nature of the ligand, and fourth one is the geometry. So out of these 4 points, here if we consider, if D0 is there, then absence of unpaired electron, DD transition is not possible. D10 all will be the paired electron, means again no one unpaired electron. So again DD transition is not possible. So here we can say that due to absence of absence of unpaired electron, absence of unpaired electrons, dd transition is not possible. dd transition is not possible, and this is the reason why they are colorless. Next one, if we consider scandium 3 plus and titanium 4 plus, in that case also they have electronic configuration of d0, and as we have discussed first point, here no one electron, no one unpaired electron, so dd transition not possible, so they are colorless. So we can write here scandium 3 plus and titanium 4 plus. In that 3d orbital have zero number of electrons, so no one unpaired electron, and no dd transition. So this is the reason behind that scandium 3 plus and titanium 4 plus salts are colorless. So in this way we have completed all 2 marks question of the transition and inner transition elements. तो ऐसे ही स्टडी अच्छे से करते रहो और अपना स्कोर बढ़ाते जाओ. तो कंटिन्यू करो अपने चैनल के साथ. थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू.